All right, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host, Chuck Stevenson. This weekend, we have Deep Osaka Impact 2024 third round. Yes, that is the full event title. It's going to go down Sunday on September 22nd. So it's this Sunday. And we have three ladies bouts, including the headliner between Moeri Suda and Yeji Lee, classic Japan versus Korea matchup. If you want to watch it, it is going to be available on YouTube. You have to have a membership to Deep's YouTube channel, which, listen, if you like watching Japanese MMA, spend the 12, 13 bucks a month to be a member of Deep's channel, because you get to watch literally every live event they put on. And there's usually several each month besides Deep Jewels, which is like, every other month or every third month, pretty much. So it's definitely worth it. This one, like I was saying, we have three ladies bouts including the main event. We're going to start off at Flyweight, though. We have Juki taking on Megumi Yamaguchi. Not a whole lot to write home here on this fight. I mean, I'm not really too familiar with either fighter. I think I've seen Juki fight once, but that's if I even have the right fighter. Juki comes in at 1-1. Megumi Yamaguchi coming in at 0-1. So she's looking for her first win. Juki last fought in December of 2022. Dropped a unanimous decision to Megumi Sugimoto. Yamaguchi made her pro debut at Deep Osaka, the last Deep Osaka event back in June. Dropped a submission loss to Mana Akagi. I have no other stats for Yamaguchi. Juki is listed at 26 years old and stands 5 feet 3 inches, 160 centimeters. This is on the prelims portion of the card, which actually takes place after the main event. They split this event. This is like a big event with 17 fights, and they kind of split it in two, with the lesser fights being after the main event. So not really fully invested in this fight too much, but I'm going to decide to include it. Then on the main card, we have Hikaru Ao taking on Manhoef Sadae. And this fight is at, let me translate real quick here. This is at a 49 kilogram catch weight, which is 108 pounds, or as Ryzen calls it, and only Ryzen calls it, super atom weight. So we've got Hikaru Ao taking on Manhoef Sadae, whose full name is like Sadae Suzumura. This is two very long-time veterans. I mean, Hikaru Ao has been fighting for years now, whereas Sadae fought years ago and then recently made a comeback within the last couple of years. I have an idea why, thanks to my friend Charlie, but we'll talk about that in a second. Anyway, let's look at the stats here. The wrestler-based Aono coming in at 10-7. Suzumura coming in at 6-4-1. Both fighters alternating wins and losses recently. Aono picked up a win via decision 3 months ago against Saya Nakamura, who only had one fight before that. Before that, she dropped a decision to Yuko Kiryu. That was up at strawweight, I believe. Sadae coming in off of a decision loss to Aya Murakami. That was a year and a half ago almost. Before that, had a win 2 years ago via decision over Emi Tomomatsu. Look at the age difference here. That's huge. 21 years. 31 years old is Hikaru Ao. Sadae is 52. Sadae is the taller fighter at 5'3", 160 centimeters to 5 foot even, 152 centimeters for Hikaru Ao. So as I was saying, Sadae, she fought years ago. I mean, she fought in, she actually has a fight against Sahi Ham like back in 2013. That was her last fight until she came back in 2022. And I remember Charlie Jewett saying he thinks she came back because WMMA in Japan is actually at the best place it's ever been now. And you can kind of sort of make a career off of it, especially if you can even get to, like, say, Ryzen. So that's probably what lured her out, even though she's now in her 50s. So she made her pro debut all the way back in 2009. So not the youngest fighter out there. Aono, it seems like Deep has been wanting her to do well for years, and then she'll put together some wins and then takes a bad loss. Put together some wins and then suffers a bad loss against someone that she maybe either shouldn't have lost to, or she just slips on a banana peel at the worst time for her. We'll see who comes out ahead here, but I think it's going to be Hikaru Ao. She's the younger fighter. She'll be the faster fighter, or should be at least. And she has the ground game, which Manhoef Sadae has never had much of. Which brings us to the fight that you should really be looking forward to. It's the fight I'm looking forward to the most. The main event, minus 49 kilogram bout for whatever reason. Moeri Suda taking on Ye Lee. This is the main event because Moeri Suda trains out of Scorpion Gym, and she's from Osaka. So, or at least from the Kansai region. So she's probably the best known fighter on the card, and they're putting her against a fighter who has been on a Netflix show. Ye Lee was on the first season of Physical 100, and she's gained a lot of fame since then. And this is like the wrestler versus the muscle beauty. That is how they're kind of advertising it. Anyway, let's look at the stats here. Black Diamond, Suda coming in at 10-6. Lee coming in at 5-6. You know, Lee's actually been fighting longer than Suda, but Suda fought a lot in a shorter amount of time. Suda is coming off of a loss to Shiyun Park. That was 7 months ago in Black Combat. Before that, she was coming off of wins over Kate Oyama and then a armbar submission over Saki Kitamura. Lee is riding 2 straight wins. Now, the one of those is like 4 years and 9 months ago in Shudo. That was pre-COVID, and she's only fought one time since COVID. Again, picked up a win over Mizuki Furuse a year ago, and she hasn't fought since then because she had, I believe it was ACL surgery. So, fast turnaround after major surgery. Lee is the elder fighter, 25-20 for Suda. Let's see. Suda is slightly taller at 5'2", 157 centimeters to 5'1", 155 centimeters for Lee. So Lee has that upside down record. She's looking to right. Suda looking to pick up a win, coming off a loss here in her hometown. This honestly should be Suda's fight. She's the better wrestler. She has the better submissions. Lee is... She's honestly doesn't excel at any one area. She's an all-around fighter. She'll strike, and then when she gets within distance, she'll wrestle. I don't think she has any submission wins that I can think of. She has one win by submission. Only one of her losses by submission, though. And she only has one win by TKO. That was her last one, where she has 2 losses via that way. The rest of her wins and losses are split in decision. So she's not a big finisher. Whereas Suda, let's see. 60% of her wins are via submission. 6 of them, with the rest coming via decision. So she's definitely more excelling in the grappling department than I would say Lee is, which is actually probably Lee's best area. I would say her grappling's better than her striking. Should be an interesting one. Personally, I'm cheering for Yeji Lee. I don't think I've ever cheered for one of her opponents against her. But she has an uphill battle here against Moeri Suda. So those are my thoughts on it. Just wanted to get this out there ahead of the weekend. Deep Osaka Impact 2024, third round, early Sunday morning. If you want to check it out on YouTube live, but you have to be a member of the Deep MMA YouTube channel. They made a neat little trailer here. I think you can put English subtitles to it. I'll post a link to it in the description. Let me know your thoughts and your picks in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, and while you're at it, go and subscribe to WMMA Scene Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.